Welcome to Mr. Chalk's Revision Tips. In this video, we will look at formation of tissue fluid and the blood. So, blood is the body fluid in humans and other animals that delivers necessary substances such as nutrients and oxygen to the cells and transports metabolic waste products away from those same cells. In vertebrates, the blood is composed of a number of different things, all that is suspended within blood plasma. So if we just look at a very quick thing that might ring some bells. So some athletes train at a high altitude. Training at high altitude increases the number of red blood cells per centimetre cubed of blood. So if we're looking at explaining why having more red blood cells per centimetre cubed of blood is beneficial, it's all about having more hemoglobin, therefore more oxygen can be carried around for aerobic respiration in muscle cells, so more energy can be released from those muscle cells. So fluid found in the spaces around the cells is called tissue fluid. So it comes from substances that leak out of the blood capillaries, so the smallest type of blood vessels. It helps bring oxygen and nutrients to cells and remove waste products around them. So as new tissue fluid is made, it replaces older tissue fluid which drains towards lymph vessels where it enters the lymphatic system. So the first thing that really happens is that tissue fluid is formed because of high hydrostatic pressure of the blood at the arterial end of the capillary that pushes fluid out of the blood. So when we're talking about hydrostatic pressure, that's really talking about the pressure caused by water being at a high concentration, so pushing against those cellular walls of the capillary. So the blood contains plasma proteins, giving the blood a relatively high solute potential, so therefore a low water potential, so tending to draw water into the blood. So since the hydrostatic pressure has a greater effect than the solute potential at the arterial end, the net effect is that the fluid leaves the capillary. So no blood cells or large proteins leave because they're too big to go and fit through the gaps. At the venule end, so the opposite end of the capillary, since the fluid has been lost, the hydrostatic pressure of the blood is lower, so the solute potential is higher. So because of this, fluid drains back into the blood. So at this stage, the useful materials such as amino acids and glucose will have been taken up by the cells, and now the waste products such as carbon dioxide and urea will have entered that tissue fluid before that then moves back into the blood. So about 90% of the fluid which leaks out of the capillaries seeps back in. The remaining 10% is returned to the blood by the lymphatic system in a substance called lymph. This system is made up mainly of blind-ending lymph vessels which allow tissue fluid to flow through them via one-way valves. So these valves are large enough to allow proteins which are too big to get into the capillaries to then go and enter the lymphatic system, where eventually it will go and rejoin the blood system. Thanks for watching.